Shit, it looks like Youngkin. It looks like Youngkin has defeated Terry McAuliffe. Terry McAuliffe, the former governor of Virginia. Terry McAuliffe, the presumptive governor, it was his to lose. Isn't Virginia not I guess it's borderline, one of the borderline Democrat states, right? Was it one of the border states? Oh, no, it was firmly in the hands of the Confederacy, still in the hands of the Confederacy, but instead of just scapegoating black folks, they're going to start scapegoating homosexuals. The Youngkin, I think, is a homophobic bigot. So Virginia just elected a homophobic bigot. That's how, Virginia, I don't know. I didn't, scream to the high hills when it came to Virginia. It's not California. It's not New York City. It's not Texas. I don't know what place Virginia really is in the heart of America. And in terms of my heart, it's not. I think Virginia might be one of the fucking crappiest states in the nation. I mean, they're like the original charter, right? They claimed all of America, Virginia, but they couldn't even get past the damn Appalachian Mountains. Virginia still has Confederate flags ad nauseum. Virginia, besides the government workers in the East Coast, the rest of Virginia is just a bunch of white supremacist KKK motherfucking. They didn't want to read Beloved because Beloved is opposed to slavery. And they're a bunch of Confederate fucking bigoted pieces of shit anyway. So Virginia electing a homophobic bigot, that's not shocking. That's not shocking at all. And guess what? The Republican is also, he's against abortion. And he wants to lower taxes. Watch out, big fucking, he's basically a generic. So what does all this mean? This is incredible stuff. So let's just talk about the facts. Glenn Youngkin right now has 1.5 million votes. Terry McAuliffe has 1.4 million votes, and 91% has been reported. 91%. So that's almost, a done deal. The difference between them is 115,000 vote difference. Now, Princess Blanding, if she would have actually got more publicity and more traction, if she would have got more votes to cover that vote difference, and she could claim, to have made a difference, would have shown Terry McAuliffe that he should have been more progressive. But her 20,000 votes doesn't seem like it would have changed much of anything whatsoever. So this is remarkable. This is remarkable because Terry McAuliffe, if I was in Virginia, I'd vote for Terry McAuliffe. He's for a $15 minimum wage. He's for medical, sick and medical leave, sick pay, pro-sick pay. He's anti-gun, right? He's anti-Second Amendment. He's pro-qualified immunity for cops with guns. He's also anti-parents, right? Pro-teachers, so pro-bureaucratic administrators, and anti-banning books. So, some good, some bad, mostly progressive. I would have, like I said, voted for Terry McAuliffe over, I would have voted for Princess Blanding, to be honest with you. But between Terry McAuliffe and Glenn Youngkin, yeah, it definitely would have been McAuliffe, right? But he was a moderate. He's a neoliberal. Hangs out with all those neoliberal fucking assholes, right? Those fucking federal government workers, East Coast. He's barely progressive. Hey, Terry McAuliffe, where's the UBI checks at? Hey, Terry McAuliffe, where's the police reform? Hey, Terry McAuliffe, where's the legalized marijuana? Hey, Terry McAuliffe. Hey, Terry McAuliffe, where's the housing for the homeless or for the poor renters? Where is the housing for the homeless or for the poor renters? Housing is, part of the Maslow's hierarchy of human needs. So Terry McAuliffe is barely progressive. He's barely progressive, but progressive enough that I would have voted for him. But that's the thing, they always, but he's not energizing a new base. He's not energizing new voters to come to the polls. He's not even able to get the Democrats, his own Democrats, to go to the polls. So I want to mention this real quick, and then I want to kind of say, what does all this mean? So Terry McAuliffe was not battle-tested. If you go back to the Democratic primary, earlier this year, May, June or some shit, there was only an 8% turnout rate. It was an abysmal polling, non-Democratic 8%. The reason why this is substantial is because there was a big argument amongst the left, the online left, about whether or not Syria was actually a democracy. It's not a democracy, but you can't say that Virginia is any better of a democracy. 8% turnout? 8% turnout, you know what that means? That means 92% of the Democrats did not, they boycotted the Democratic Party. They boycotted the election. Terry McAuliffe was the establishment, the Virginia Democratic establishment had already picked Terry McAuliffe way before the election took place, and then they just shunned the rest into extinction. There was a five-way race. You had Jenny Foley and Jenny McClellan and Justin Fairfax and even Lee Carter. And I think I liked Lee Carter the best out of those five. So you had 500,000 people that voted in the damn primary, right? 500,000, that's only 8% turnout. They're saying that's going to be the incredible turnout rate here, right? 3 million people. What's the turnout? I guess an incredible turnout rate for Virginia. If they break 50%, I'd be fucking shocked. But they're saying lots of turnout, right? Because I guess Glenn Youngkin might take the damn thing, so now the Democrats, and now, you know, it did seem like it broke for the Republicans. I thought New Jersey, it almost looked like that motherfucking Jack Spaghetti, you know, might beat the meatball. Do you think the meatball's going to win, or do you think Jack Spaghetti's going to win? So Terry McAuliffe wasn't battle-tested. There's an 8% turnout rate. There was only a five-way race, but essentially, you know, he's going to take 60%. And so he just shunned the rest of them. You didn't have a Lincoln Douglas debate. You didn't have, you know, what they call the public finance elections, to where you actually had a conversation. You actually talked about the ideas. You actually got Terry McAuliffe ready for battle. Meanwhile, you have Glenn Youngkin, who went to the convention, and they used ranked choice voting. That means in Virginia, the democracy for the for the Republicans is more progressive and democratic than the Democrats are. Again, let me say that again. The Republican primary is more democratic than the Democratic primary is, because they use ranked choice voting. The Republicans do. The Democrats don't, and they're cheaters. You know, who the fuck, you know, how can you get excited about a motherfucker that just takes an election and didn't win it fair and square? Terry McAuliffe, you're a good politician. Win it fair and square. You know, get on the goddamn stage with the rest of them. It looked like he wasn't battle-tested. He got in front of them, and he's just like, my God, he was calling Glenn Youngkin a liar, you know, as soon as he was debating. Well, Glenn Youngkin's a liar. Holy shit, Terry McAuliffe, that looks very weak. That looks very weak. That looks like you're desperate and you're kind of throwing any fucking thing, you know, anything that will stick. You're just throwing anything at the wall to see what sticks. You're throwing anything and everything, you know, but the kitchen sink. So an 8% turnout rate is disgusting. That was lower than 2017, which was a 10% turnout rate. So 90% of the Democrats in 2017 said, fuck this primary, and then 92% in 2021 said, fuck this Democrat primary. So that means no to establishment Democrats, no to the Clintons, no to the neoliberals, no to the Democrats who do not deliver, no to the namby-pamby, lip, needle-dicking around. That shit ain't cutting it no more. So I think it's very clear. It's pretty clear. You're gonna, Virginia's gonna vote for a homophobic bigot. So what does this mean for Virginia? That's terrible for Virginia. Virginia, you're fucking dumb as shit. You know, the fact that you're even that close when it comes to between, being a red or a blue state. So who is Youngkin? Youngkin, he's a Christian. It seems like only because his wife made him become one. Glenn Youngkin probably hates the gays and their marriages and abortioneers. Probably a homophobic bigot. Fucking fuck. The Confederate rats, that's perfect for the Confederate rats. They always need some kind of fucking scapegoat. A white supremacist hatred is just pure wickedness. If you can't hate the blacks, then I guess hate the gays, right? Jesus Christ. But hey, taxes might get lower. And then they're also going to ban Toni Morrison's beloved, right? So don't worry about, hey, Virginia, hey, Confederates. Hey, to all you Confederate flag-waving Virginians, aren't you sick and tired of people talking to you about racism? Aren't you sick and tired of people complaining about slavery and shit? You're waving your Confederate flag still today. Aren't you sick and tired? Are you sick and tired of James and the Giant Peach and Harry Potter and Dr. Seuss's Green Eggs and Ham? That shit that's been banned in other schools before, they're going to ban Toni Morrison, so there you go, there's something else at Virginia. Hell, why not just ban all libraries and the internet? Ban the government and all social services. and banned Shel Silverstein's A Light in the Attic. Somebody banned Shel Silverstein's A Light in the Attic? Someone banned Shel Silverstein's A Light in the Attic? Why would they do that? Who the hell would ban Shel Silverstein's A Light in the Attic? So the Republican Party has a democracy that's a million times more progressive than Colorado's democracy, let alone the Democratic Party. And it also says, enough of the pandemic shit. Yeah, you need to be responsible and shit, but, force some motherfuckers. That's just one extra shit that, puts on top of working class people that we gotta fucking worry about, on top of the rest of the shit. Fight for unions. Fight for universal basic. Get us a goddamn check. Cut the check, motherfuckers. But you're going to sit there and tell us we got to do all this extra shit? Don't tread on me. What the fuck? Eventually, you don't want to do the dumb shit, right? Eventually you want to get everybody vaccinated so we can not, goddamn it, 2, 3, 4 fucking years. Politicians are abusing this shit, taking it too fucking long. It's too fucking long. Larry Elder trying to crack this fucking ceiling, motherfuckers. Be smart, get your shots, care about health and shit. Youngkin was a boring, bland, generic Republican. He didn't promote Trumpism. He wasn't like Larry Elder. He didn't promote Trumpism. He was a politician. And so with Youngkin, you see that the Republican Party will carry forward, that there is hope for the Republican Party post-Trump, whether he's a Trumpian or not, and that Joe Biden's sleepy policy is failing Democrats, the working class in America in general. What we need is a bold, progressive agenda. We need a bold, progressive agenda. We don't just need, sick and paid leave. We need universal health care. We don't just need, extended whatever this and that in education. We need college, and we need child care, and we need, housing for the homeless, and we need a goddamn fucking chance. The poor and the corporations, if you're not a worker bee, then you need to start your own business. You need $5,000 in people's pockets. You need a UBI, so that way people can start their own businesses. This is capitalist America. Either we're a goddamn worker bee, or we're going to start our own company. And if we don't have a chance to start our own company, then we're forced to be a fucking worker bee, which means we're just nothing but cheap labor. Still goddamn wage slave. Never getting more than a wage slave. 8% is disgusting. Anybody who gives a shit about our democracy should look at Virginia as an example of how our democracy could easily slip away. The Democrats didn't have a democracy with their primary. And you got a Terry McAuliffe who just took the damn thing. Like the Clintons, right? They cheated Bernie Sanders and they just took the thing and then they lost the thing. They stole the ball from their own teammate and then they fumbled the damn thing. Instead of having ranked choice voting, this is what Terry McAuliffe should have done in the Democratic primary. Had a tough Lincoln Douglas primary, motherfucker. You're the elite of the elites. I don't give a shit how many motherfucking, goddamn brokers and intelligent motherfucker. Have a good conversation. Look at Virginia. Look at JFK and how he ran for president. He set the tone. He set the tone. He set the example. So if Terry McAuliffe would have said, okay, to Jenny Foy and Jenny McClellan and Justin Fairfax and Lee Carter, let's have a conversation. Let's have a debate. Knowing that he's the premier main motherfucking guy who's going to get attacked, mostly by all of them because they're going to try to get their names up there. But he's going to, go through the fucking shit and he's going to be battle tested. He's going to be stronger. He's going to be a veteran. My God, how rusty was he? And people say, well, I might push him too far to the left and make him interesting. Being a progressive, a strong, interesting progressive. Quit pretending to be a right-wing fucking Republican, motherfuckers. Just be your liberal selves. You're going to be bad on crime and immigration. That's fine. I mean, it's not fine. Make sure you're not bad on crime and immigration. But you're a bleeding heart liberal, so be a bleeding heart liberal. We need a strong, bold, progressive agenda. Like I said, not just the little shit, but the big shit. We need a goddamn fucking break. So this is a referendum on Joe Biden's sleepy fucking policy of not doing shit, not saying shit, slowly fucking moving forward, incrementalism. Fuck Joe Biden's motherfucking mentalism. That's what the Democratic primary, that's what they fucking voted for. So what the fuck? But that sleepy policy is failing the working class, and it's failing the Democrats, and it's failing America in general. If we have a tough Lincoln-Douglas primary, watch as the victor takes the general election like it's a piece of cake. They'll be battle-tested. They'll be a veteran. They'll be stronger. They'll have thick skin. And they'll know, motherfucker will try to throw this or that at them. They'll already have a thing to say. Oh, we already heard that shit before. Instead of just being, blindsided. So Glenn Youngkin winning is an upset, and it is a referendum on Joe Biden's Sleepy America. Stop with the not just the pandemic shit, but no to neoliberal fucking Democrats. You're gonna have more for the war, more for the fucking drone strikes, more for the fucking police, nothing for the goddamn working class whatsoever. Pass a universal, get us the Free Choice Act, where we can vote on our own unions. Do something, goddammit. Do something. Fucking shit. You can't even pass an infrastructure bill. Everybody needs infrastructure. How come you can't pass an infrastructure bill? So Terry McAuliffe wasn't battle tested, and now you're going to see Shel Silverstein, a light in the attic, get banned. So, fuck Virginia. They fucked themselves. It doesn't mean shit to me, but it is a referendum on, Biden's goddamn... We need a strong, bold, progressive agenda. We needed a Bernie Sanders, not Biden's sleepy policy. Biden's sleepy policy is going to get us Margaret Taylor Greene. Biden's sleepy policy is going to get us a worse Donald Trump. Democrats have to deliver. No, okay, so let's make sure, no to the Clintons, no to the neoliberals, no to cheating at politics during the primaries, no to the Democrats who don't deliver, no to the establishment Democrats. So no to the pandemic shit, sure. No to Donald Trump, they don't like him either. But no to the Clintons, no to the neoliberals, no to the Democrats that don't deliver, no to cheating at politics during the primary, and no to the establishment Democrats.